Hey YouTubers, it's Platt, and today I'm going to be drinking a beer from England. I'm going to be trying the Batemans Mocha beer. Batemans is a family-run brewery based in England. The brewery's been around a little over 100 years, but they also have a chain of pubs. So you can find their, if you're over in England and at one of the Batemans pubs, you can find their branded beers, including this Mocha beer, which is brewed with roasted coffee and Belgian chocolate. The beer itself is 6.0 ABV, so let's give her a try. Pours nice and dark, color similar to that of a root beer. Not much of a head. Strong coffee nose. You do pick up some of them dark malts. Let's give her a try. Woo! Definite strong coffee presence, chocolatey finish. This one is nice. Definitely more of a dessert in the glass kind of beer. Carbonation's lacking a little, but on a cold night, this one will warm you up. I get probably a little more coffee up front, but the chocolate kind of comes through in the back. Plenty of maltiness, a little bit of spice. Not a lot, but you kind of get some of that espresso chocolate spice in the back end. Overall, not a bad beer. I've definitely had better in this style of beer, of all your chocolate porters, chocolate stouts. But it has a little nice creaminess to it. Definitely a lot of chocolate to it. I'd overall, give it a slightly above average, but I'm not going to say this is the best of this style, but still drinkable. Well, today what I wanted to talk to you about is, took a few notes, and I want to go over any certain things I've missed in prior videos or people have pointed out, and I just want to go over some of these things, some errors and omissions in past videos. First, if you remember the hazelnut video we did a couple of weeks ago where I made hazelnut liqueur, I even said in the video at the time, but I want to reiterate, you probably want to do a double batch. I was mildly surprised by how much alcohol and liquid the hazelnuts absorb. So you want to double that recipe that I did on that. Also, I stated at the time, but I want to reiterate too, that I use just a regular strainer when filtering the hazelnut liqueur. You'll definitely want to use a cheesecloth. There was more particles and random matter in the finished product than I wanted, so you'll definitely want to use a cheesecloth on that one. Next, a listener brought up or was asking me about the difference between the Mr. Beer and the Brew Demon kits. I pointed out at the time that the gentleman that founded Brew Demon also had worked for Mr. Beer for years, and there's a lot of similarities. One of the things he was wanting to know is that there's differences in maintenance or cleaning of the two fermenters. And basically they're the same, similar style plastic, what have you. The only real difference is in the Mr. Beer kits, they just have kind of a notch in the lid that allows CO2 to escape. Or on the Brew Demon, they actually have a little valve that allows CO2 to escape. You want to make sure to clean that between uses. But as far as everything else, they're pretty similar as far as cleaning the kits. They're, you don't want to throw either one in the dishwasher. They're not dishwasher safe, what have you. But I wanted to bring that up. Third, if you remember a while back, I did a video on how to make a simple corn mash for those of you interested in home distilling, and I've gone over the legality of that. But the corn mash, a viewer pointed out that in the recipe I stated I had a 5-pound bag of cornmeal and a 5-pound bag of sugar. Well, the viewer caught that actually my bag was 4-pound bag instead of a 5-pound. That is my mistake. It's something I probably should have been aware of, considering that some of your grocery stores now, you go down whatever aisle and you're used to grabbing a quart of something, and now it's 29 ounces or, you know, this and that. And one of the things is they're selling sugar in 4-pound bags now instead of 5. So it's something you want to keep your eye out on, and something I missed at the time. Also in that one, the guest or the viewer pointed out about cooking the corn. If I use flake corn in that video, you definitely would want to heat it or do kind of a mash in like you would with a beer. The cornmeal that I had, and again, just trying to make it simple, I found no need to heat it up. You can if you want to, but I still got for people I talked to, they've still got positive results using that recipe. If you remember the video I did on making candy shot glasses, one of the things I used, instead of a regular sheet liner or non-stick or whatever spray on the pan, I used cupcake liners. And for the most part it worked alright, but I did get some sticking on the candy itself. So I'd advise you to go with the parchment paper instead of the cupcake liners. And the last one I wanted to bring up was, remember a while back I did a video on making malt liquor, how to make malt liquor at home. And basically I just took an extract kit and we added extra corn, sugar, solids, what have you. I ended up using just corn syrup, but if you wanted to use corn sugar or flake corn, you know, do like a partial mash for that, you could. First and foremost in that one, I was stunned how strong it was. Even though on my hydrometer it said I only hit 7.1 ABV, every time I tried it, it kicked like a mule. I was stunned how strong that beer was, and it really hit me hard. The thing I do want to point out is I used a Mr. Beer Mexican Cerveza can of malt extract. Probably was a little past its prime, and something I want to point to you: if you're using any of those cans of malt extract, or be sure to get them fresh, especially those lighter ones. You know, for lighter lagers, lighter beers. The longer it sits, the darker it is. The malt liquor came out a little bit darker than I thought it would, and just had a darker kind of taste to it than I expected. So on those cans of malt extract, you want to make sure fresher is better, definitely on that one, and you'll notice the color and a taste difference if you let it sit too long. And in the future, if you see anything in one of my videos that you're not sure about, have questions, or maybe you think I messed up on, please leave a comment down below. Feel free to send me a message on the Twitter page, what have you. I'll be more than glad to either discuss something if you're not sure why I did something, or like I said, if I totally messed on something, please let me know and I'll come back in a video like this and correct it. Well, until next time, bottoms up.